She actually walked through 42nd Street just like that.
Just like this.
The police task force that's there to stop the terrorists was like, where you going? And she's like, I gotta talk shit.
I gotta get to this is 50. Excuse me, officer, before I get the strap. Okay?
We got Mariah, Lynn. Mariah, boss Lynn. Mariah, I hold motherfuckers down, Lynn. On the program.
Yes.
They call me the Heineken. I'm ecstatic to, be interacting with you. I find you to be an interesting dynamic of a wide range of person, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Artist, mother, ain't with the shits.
Mother without kids, but I have kids, I just don't have kids.
Really?
Yeah, I have custody of my 3-year-old sister, and then my 21-year-old sister and her 4-year-old son stay with me too. So I'm a mother, but I'm not a mother yet.
So it's legal adoption?
Actually, I get full custody the 30th of this month.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, what made you want to be able to? Why was that necessary?
It was necessary because my mom is going through some struggles in her life.
Mm-hmm.
As everybody knows on Love and Hip Hop, I've been very open about some of my trials and tribulations that I've been through in my life. And, my mom has kind of had a hard time in life, so
yeah.
I'm kind of, coming in, and they're my siblings. I'm the eldest. Iceland is only 3, she'll be 4.
Okay.
Victoria's only 21. And I'm all they have, so I'm not going to disappoint them.
No, the reason why I ask, because, when it comes to adopting and, taking on children,
yeah.
It's also a hustle, too, You can get a lot of money for that, so I'd rather you give your perspective.
I honestly don't get any money at all because I make too much money, they said. Like, even if I wanted to go, like, for example, my cousin works at Urban League, and she gave me a call during this process and said, hey, Mariah, let's see what resources we can get you as far as maybe, like, daycare and stuff, because, for me, there's a lot of events and, like, things that people invite me to, and, they may or may not think that, like, I'm ditching them or I'm saying I don't support them, but it's just because that day I might not be able to find a babysitter till 8 o'clock at night or...
going out as part of the work process.
Yeah, it was a huge transition, but I'm actually transitioning very well now. I'm in a way better place than I was then, so it's working.
You said you make a lot of money. One of the things is people question whether you're an artist or not. Yeah. Based on the flow of music you've put out and things like that. As an entrepreneur, how are you able to, sustain yourself, sustain children? You explaining how you maintain yourself and survive is dope for other women to hear.
Yeah, like I said, it's not easy. It's hard.
Of course not in this game.
No, and the fact that people even question whether I'm an artist or not, it's a little frustrating for me because I've done singles like Once Upon a Time that went gold last year.
Yeah.
People don't know that because I don't post my record went gold, or, I'm not out there boasting about it. I don't judge the artists who do, however you carry yourself and your brand is on you, but I'm not out there doing that. But Money Gun, millions of views, Never Bitch, millions of views. I put out a project called The Blonde Bomber. I felt like was super underrated, but looking at the numbers, I feel happy, So a lot of people who question whether I'm an artist or not, it's like, I did put out singles and then I didn't put out a project because I wanted to take my time. I don't want to just throw out music like a lot of these young artists do nowadays. They're in the studio and their boys are helping them. I see it from my own eyes. Their boys are helping them write this stuff. I'm in the studio with Chameleon probably almost 6 days out of the week, and I'm writing every verse by myself. So that's why I'm like, how could you question my artistry when you have other artists who publicly say that they don't write their stuff, or they open to collaborating with writers, which I do collaborate with writers.
Of course,
but
it's the game.
That's why it's a little frustrating for me. But I used to let it kind of beat me up and make me down a little bit, but not anymore because I know who I am and I'm secure in my position, and I know that nobody else is in Mariah Lynn's lane. I'm in my own lane and I'm about to dominate it. I just had to get a lot of personal and business things like in order, as far as like I was very much that artist who got the lesson learned in the beginning of their career.
And without giving away too much, what were some things that were eye-opening for you?
Never receiving $1 off of Once Upon a Time, off of, I was signed to an indie label, and the guy wanted to be the artist, the label owner, the producer. Like it's a huge conflict of interest, and I want to actually, eventually share my knowledge, share my experiences with other artists, so this way they don't go through that or experience that. You know what I'm saying? Like being robbed, being blindsided, not being structured, not being guided, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what an ASCAP was, a media base, a BDS. I didn't know about Quarter Lab, none of that. I didn't know about royalty.
I'm loving this talk.
Yeah, no, it's real talk. And honestly, I've never openly really spoke about this because there's been times I've sat in my shower and just let the water hit me, just cry, because it's like...
Because you know what that means with your family.
It's my livelihood, and a lot of people will be very quick to take from your plate to put it on their family's table.
And act like you ain't doing it.
And act like they're the victim, yeah. So, at the end of the day, anybody who knows me, including Self, shout out to Self, he's been a huge part of, helping me to prevail in a lot of things. Gwennon definitely, you know what I'm saying, stamped me and stuff like that.
Of course.
So, some people like Self who do want to share the knowledge with artists. Like, I respect people like that, and I'm very loyal. So anybody who knows me will say, like, she's always fair on splits. Like, she's always like, yeah, let's all eat. Like, so that's why it hurt me a lot. And then it kind of put me in a mode where I didn't want to make music for a while.
I mean, it makes sense to know all those royalties, and I know people that and a lot of people might not know what those type of royalties. Yeah. If anything ever happens to you, you could transfer them over to your family,
to your children.
Yeah. So to know that your kids and your sisters
will eat for the rest of their life. That's what I'm saying. So for you to dare to mess with my livelihood, my family's future, and stuff like that. It's a spit in the face when you be loyal to somebody and you think that they believe in you and they want to see you prevail, but it's really all in self interest.
One thing we spoke before you got here. I was like, yo, she's a fucking writer. I like how you hold down Self, even though it's been shown publicly. Yeah, you've had your riffs, but like how you hold them down. Why? I mean, aside from it being part of your blood, why and what he's done, why you ride for him so hard?
I ride for Self because honestly, Self, when I was going through that depressing time, I was actually introduced to Self by the person who was robbing me and stuff. So, Self really couldn't do much because it's like, do I be loyal to my dude or do I be loyal to this artist who, is talented or whatever? But over time, I built my own bond with Self, and through Love and Hip Hop, through stuff like that, he obviously saw my devotion to Gwennon and stuff, and I stood loyal to Self because he actually said at the end of that, get out of your contract and I'm gonna help you, and he did. So aside from what he's done for me, you know what I'm saying, I could call Self right now and be like, I got a new record, and send it. What do you think? He'll be like, the record's trash. He'll still play it tonight on Power 105.
The reason why I asked that, in all fairness, people felt like when he got the thing with him and Nicki, and you defended him, it was almost like a clout move, just to get that. You know what I mean?
No.
But I know I've been around Self. He's mad at me right now.
I could clear that up too.
I know.
So let me clear that up, because I've said this before. Before anything, I've been fans of all of, like, I listen to Remy music, even though Remy's more like family. I love her, that's sis. I listen to Cardi. I listened in past tense, you know what I'm saying? Nicki, I hear her stuff, and all power to what she's doing. But I took offense to that personally, and what people didn't understand was because Self made Gwennon to help artists, and he signed artists like myself, like Lou Got Cash, like Dream Doll. And when you make a statement as Nicki Minaj, someone who is very, well respected. A lot of her fans.
It's a lot of leverage.
Yeah, and her fans are like so heavy behind her. So I felt like for you to say, look at your roster. If you were telling Self to suck you off or whatever you were doing, all right, keep that between you and Self. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring his roster into it, because then it literally defames me and it belittles my craft. And then again, it brings you back to the livelihood. You know what I'm saying?
It can affect the money.
It can affect that. Yeah, so that's why I came in and I said, yo, like, are you dumb? Because this is a man who is helping artists to elevate and evolve. Who are you helping? Like, when's the last time that you let a female artist open up for you? When's the last time you let a female artist collaborate with you who's not an R&B singer? You know what I'm saying? And she has, and you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take away again.
Anything from,
yeah, no, like, I have no beef with nobody. I have no problems with nobody. I wish everybody the best. You know what I'm saying? Right now is the era of the female.
Oh, y'all on fire.
Yes. And I'm so, like, that's where people get me misconstrued. Like, I'm excited. Like, I'm like, yes, let's do this, you know? But, you know.
Seeing that happen, because, you know, you started before where it was one girl or two girls at a time. Now it's like,
it's out here, yeah. And it's
how does that make you feel? Like,
I feel amazing about it. And the reason why I feel amazing about it is because once upon a time, you know, this game was so oversaturated with males. Like everybody wants to be a rapper nowadays.
Yeah.
But it's certain things that set people aside that make them the star that they are. You know, everybody loves Cardi's personality and her music is like the turn up and the women empowerment. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, honestly, like, now that women are being put in the limelight, it's kind of like we kind of opening up a whole new vibe, like, for the industry. You know what I'm saying? It's more, the men are embracing us now as lyricists. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you know, you had the MC Lights, the Queen Latifah, the Lauryn Hill, like, you know what I'm saying? You had all these super dope females, and they were acknowledged, but I don't think to the full. Like, now you got the Megan Stallions and the City Girls, and it's like, it makes me excited.
I love it.
Yeah.
And also, too, I think now is the perfect time, and any young lady I speak to that's an artist, I just need to see a mega collabo with the women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Remy did it with me. You know, we have a.
No, I'm talking about like.
Oh, like a whole
Like
you had Trina, you had Diamond ATL, and you had Nikki on My Bitch Man.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, but I think now would be the time to have like at least 20 girls and just like every girl get a quick 8.
I'm with it.
Quick 8, you know what I mean?
Let me know.
You know, love and hip hop. It's, you know, polarized your whole lifestyle. It's magnified you to a level like you just got to be like. Does it irritate you that your relationships are always on blast?
It does, because honestly, this is my thing. Not every relationship or every person that you see Mariah Lynn dating is hitting this. Like, you know, they automatically are like, well, we seen you with Rich, or we seen you with this one, and then we seen you with this one, and then we seen it. Okay, am I not allowed to freely date? Like, I see Self probably with 10 different girls in 1 week at every club at every night. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying.
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a double dose of double standards. Like, look, I'm not opening my legs to every man that I sit at a dinner table with, or that, you know what I'm saying, y'all see me dating, you know what I'm saying, or assume that I'm dating. You know, it's like.
You know what it is too? Like, when you see guys going hard for a girl, 70% of the time there's a great emotional attachment to it.
Or you know they just want some clout.
That's true.
You know?
How do you deal with that now? Because, you know, being around you get some followers.
I'm completely single right now. I don't want to focus on a relationship. I'm solely focused on my career. I say it all the time. If I got to rub one out of myself at night, I'm going to do that, because it's not worth it if all I'm benefiting from you is dick. And which brings me to my next single that is out right now, Don't Want. It's called Don't Want. Don't Want No Short Dick Man. You know the throwback song by 21 Fingers. Don't Want No Short. So that's out everywhere right now. The official video is coming soon. It's produced by, mixed by Chameleon. My team loves the record. We have a remix coming with Left Cheek and Right Cheek from Little Women Dollaz.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? I kind of like, you know, bring it together. But Don't Want No Short Dick Man. Yeah, you know, a lot of.
You taking a shot at anybody in the cast? Jesus.
I'm not taking shots at nobody. Like I said, I'm just not focused on a man right now. Like, there's nothing that you could do for me that I can't do for myself.
Come on, Mariah. Like, listen, you're young.
Yeah.
You know, you keep yourself fit. Your toes is on point too.
Yeah.
You know, no ugly foot shit over here. Come on now. You know niggas gonna try every day, you know?
Yeah.
And as a woman.
And that's okay. You can try. And you know what? You might, you know, we might lay down together. I might be in the mood to get some. I might be in the mood to chill with you on a different vibe. We might, you know, smoke a L and sit on the beach and talk about our whole life. But then the next day, you know what I'm saying? If I don't want to, I don't want to be in a relationship. So we can do all
You don't
want
to be handcuffed.
I don't want expectations. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, Love and Hip Hop this season coming up. What can we expect? With
From me, if I return, because right now I'm indecisive. There's a lot of like different talks going on.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to solely focus on the new Mariah Lynn. And
okay.
I'm still me, so I don't want people to be like, oh, what, you changed, you're new, no. I'm still me. I'm just on a different page now. Like, I'm not leaping over picnic tables. I'm not Jackie Chan, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that no more. I'm actually signing distribution deals with EQ Distro. So shout out to Equity Distribution.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new distribution company under Rock Nation.
Okay.
I'm having people like Sweetness, Jazz Polo, like all these super power people behind me who believe in me, and I just don't want to let them down. So that's why, again, I would love to return to the show. I love the platform. I love utilizing the platform. I love most of the people, let's just say that. And, if I can continue to allow the people to see a little glimpse of what I'm kind of doing in my life, then I'll do that. But I just want it to be towards an upward trajectory. I want positive things to be showcased. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't put me in a room where somebody don't like me. Or somebody is mad because I got a music look and they didn't. Because let's be honest, I've been on Love and Hip Hop now, with this year would be 5 years. Mm-hmm. I've had 3 or more music looks every season. I've seen certain people get none.
What? Did you have to fight for those music looks?
No, not me.
Oh, okay, because I've heard...
I just show them a record and they get excited, just like Once Upon a Time. We had Once Upon a Time on the radio for 6 months and they told us take it down. And we took Once Upon a Time, down off of every single platform you could think of and re-released it with the show, and it went viral.
I like that. And any things you could, like, there's no regrets, but anything you feel like you would do differently?
Absolutely. I think that I would be everybody is a work in progress,
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people look at me and they see like this aggressive, like, ready to kind of like get at people, and I'm not really like that. Like, if you ask anybody on my team, like, I'm super bubbly, like I'm always mad happy, like I always want to see people smiling, and I live to please people. Like, I'm an entertainer, so I live to make people smile. I love seeing people enjoy my music and stuff, but sometimes it just feels like, people have this perception of me already. Oh, the white girl trying to be black, or, listen, my mother's from Jersey City. My father's from Newark. He grew up in Baxter Terrace. Like,
so there you go.
This is where I come from, and I am trying to better myself. So I just want, this year to be a little bit more positive if I come back on the show, and just focus on things like my huge deal with Swisher Sweets and my deals with EQ, and having a record coming with the #1 artist in Ghana and Big Frida, and these are all things that are happening for me.
Would you ever do work with Rich Dollaz again?
I never worked with Rich Dollaz.
I mean, no interact, nothing at all. He's never helped you?
Yeah, he's given me advice. He's super smart. Knows a lot about the industry, and a lot of people don't know he's done a lot
behind the scenes.
Yeah, but a lot. So shout out to Rich. He definitely is like, if I need some advice or something that I feel like I can't go to somebody else, I definitely call Rich. But we're not in a relationship. We're not together. That ended recently. And like I said, just focused on me. I'm not focused on a man. If you know what I'm saying, don't motivate me, you don't add to what I got going on, then there's no reason for you. Like, literally, there's no reason.
That makes sense. The negativity ain't gonna help.
Yeah, I just have completely ruled that out, and I'm just focused on Mariah Lynn and prevailing this year. Getting to that level that I know I can be at, which is doing, the big concerts, the big festivals, the arenas, you know what I'm saying? Working with these next level artists that I pretty much pass and see, but I'm not the one who's gonna say, hey, work with me, I wanna work so hard that you wanna work with me. I'm getting money. Mariah L-double-Y-M, pussy so sweet, something like honey. Sweatpants, head tied, chilling in a scully. Dirty Jersey bitch came straight from the muddy. Won't let the fuck nigga touch me. Yuck. Slow it down for you go and crash. Dummy. Keep bitches sick like a nose that stay runny. Yeah, they try to fade it, but my wrist game sunny. Are you poppin' or not? Is your new single hot? The blonde hair's the best and they love the boob job. But what's coming next? Who do you sex? I looked up and said, do you work for the feds? I'm a fine motherfucker. Go and throw some cash up. Take off with the drip. Diamonds look like Fanta. Rocket shit the dick like I work for NASA. I go and get the bag, drop his ass off after. Cause when you that bitch, everybody wanna fuck with you. Go and get that money. I'm just running up a bag or two. Niggas wanna fuck me so they bitches give me attitude. Bad little mama, baby girl, I ain't mad at you. Call up little baby, tell him cop me Chanel. Said I'm finna make a movie, I ain't talking Denzel. And I never fucked Skinny, he was itching to tell. Bury the fake and free the real out of jail. Small waist, abdomen flat, doll face, but my ass getting fat, it all shakes. For the racks and the stacks, yeah, I'm breathtaking like an asthma attack, bitch. Okay.
So you disown Skinny after he gets beaten up, right? All right.
This is 50, what's good? It's your girl Mariah Lynn. I'm taking over now his interview now.
Oh yeah, as you should. So speaking of which, because you know you exude sexual aura and stuff. Well, what's that one position that's gonna make you gush and lose control? Or is it
face down, ass up?
Okay.
That's the way I like that.
You really nasty or you smooth?
I don't know, y'all. Listen, you got.
It's on the record.
Try to shoot your shot with me. You never know.
I think you like semi-nasty, Mariah Lynn.
I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm fun size.
You can get tossed up.
Yeah, I'm like a fuck. Well, can I curse?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like a fucking. I'm like a whole playground, jungle gym. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you ever had a guy spit in your mouth, right?
Nah, but I'll spit in yours.
Nah, you can't do that shit.
Yeah.
Nah.
See, you can't spit in my mouth.
If it's done right, you'll love it. Nah, I gotta get done right, Mariah Lynn. Trust.
No, I don't like saliva. I don't even really like to kiss. Like, don't kiss me. Once we're done, just roll over. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
Oh, you just want your pussy eating sloppy.
Roll me an L and keep it moving. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Mariah Lynn.
Yo.
Woo. All right, we got the police task force out here.
Yes.
They gotta stop terrorism.
About to get this strap.
They ain't gonna stop them bars though.
Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, Mariah Lynn Boss. Okay, everywhere else, Mariah Lynn Boss. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Like I said, my new single "Don't Want" is out right now. I got a whole project dropping next Friday.
Let's go.
So next Friday the project's dropping. Shout out to EQ Distro. Shout out to my Swisher family. Shout out to everybody who supports me. I love you guys so much, Team Mariah Lynn.